Hi girls, I'm here today in response to a couple of requests asking me how I achieve the shading, the blue shading round the outside of the images. I've also been asked about the denim as well, how I get the blue shading in the denim, so I thought I'd have a go at a video. It is my first one, so please bear with me. I'm not wonderfully clever at doing technology, but I'll have a go, and if you can put it with my accent, my northern accent too, I'll be more than happy. Right, so this is the shading we're after doing, but I'll do that in a minute. First of all, I'll do the denim. I use 4 different markers. I use 2 Copics, which are B000 and B93, and I use 2 Promarkers, which are powder blue and china blue. So they're the 4 pens that I use, and that's the order that I use them in. First of all, I use the B000, and I start and I go all over the denim, the blue jeans. Sorry if I keep saying I'm not very, it's been pointed out that I say it a lot. Anyway, so colouring in the whole lot of the blue jeans. Taking it right the way through. If you lay down a lot of colour, then I find it easier to blend once when I'm putting the darker colours on. I just find it easier to blend. So that was my first colour. Second colour is a Promarker in powder blue, and I will start at the bottom, at hair bottom in fact, and I shade with sort of short strokes, taking it up a little way. I regard the shading as being obviously the sun coming that way, so the shading will be down below. Again, little strokes right round, taking it round the base of her jeans too. More underneath at the back, obviously. I'll leave that little heart to be pink, but I'm doing it right round here, and also the crease in her turnip there. That needs a bit extra, as does those creases there. Obviously any sun that will get there. Right, and on to the next colour, which is the B93. Wrong end, Christine. Try the other end. Again, closer down to underneath. Again, strokes. You can see how wet that pen is and how much colour it's laying down. Again, along the crease there and along the base. Okay. And then lastly, china blue. Promarker in china blue. Again, that's the deepest colour really, so there we go. Just short strokes again, just to give it the real highlight. And then lastly, I would go back to the lightest colour, which is B000 again, and I'd go from the bottom and blend all those deep colours in. Blend them into the blue. Taking in a bit of the dark blue up with me as I go. Sometimes I do round strokes. Seems to blend easier sometimes. And then looking at it again, I see that I have missed out the hair of the leg, which is quite important. shading under there as well. Obviously no light's going to get under there, so do a bit of shading. What I will do is a little bit of this darker Pro Marker a little bit higher up, because you have to adjust as you go, really. I think that top bit is a little bit too light, so I'll take this B treble 0 again and take it right up to the top. Just a little bit too light. Just blending all the time, taking the dark colour with you, blending it up. What I think I'll do there as well is a little bit of shading behind that turnip, just to give it a little bit more 3D, a little bit more how it pops. Right, now I think we're getting there with that. A little bit more of the Pro Marker up there. It's literally a case of keeping on playing until you're happy with the shading you've got. You don't have any lines showing. I think that's probably it for the denim jeans. Right, now I'm relatively happy with that. Sorry, I spoke when I sat further back then to have a little look. Now her top, I use Copics or Copics or whatever people call them, V12, V91 and V06. And use the V91 first. Again, take it all over her blouse. Plenty of ink on it. Just filling in the whole area. I've already pre-coloured, by the way, her hair and her face. If anybody wants me to show how I do that at another point, I'll do that. Sorry if you're hearing my bracelets jingle. Oh, now I've gone outside the line there, so we'll have to rectify that shortly with the blender. Again, you see where the shade, the light will hit and the shade will be. I think it's sort of under here where that crease is as well, and where her head causes a shadow. To my way of thinking, that's the right place. Maybe a few little more strokes. And the deepest one, oh, again, wrong end. What is it they say about prior preparation prevents something, poor performance?